Two for one. Your legend grows. Two for one.
Adrenaline Junkie recently got completely reworked, and just this past week I decided to implement it into my existing grenade-focused build, and the results were so much more impressive than I was expecting. Ultimately, I was able to two-burst people down with a rapid fire frame pulse rifle, making the TTK unimaginably fast. We're talking half a second fast. So you're going to be out-dueling people right and left when you get Adrenaline Junkie fully up and running, and the gameplay in this video is going to demonstrably reflect that. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'll show you how to get this build up and running, and I'll break down the math for you so you'll know just how much this perk is going to impact your duels. Like I said, I have a grenade-focused build already. I've shown it off a lot on the channel in the past. It features the young Ahamkara's Spine exotic gauntlets for the hunter to make the trip mines do big damage with a big radius, and you get grenade energy back every time an enemy takes damage to an ability of yours, be it the grenade or the throwing knife. You can use any grenade-focused build. Axion grenades are really strong this season. You can use the Nothing Manacles. You have a lot of options. On top of that, I have the Grenade Kickstart mod on the gauntlets. You have to make sure that your gauntlets are stasis, though, in order to get that mod. I have Bomber mods on the cloak, so whenever I roll, I get grenade energy as well. I'm also running Max Discipline for more grenades. And that's basically all the armor components. I'm using this Jurassic Green because I love it, and it's awesome. It has Adrenaline Junkie on it and Heating Up. Most people really like the Demolitionist and Adrenaline Junkie combo, which is also great, but I'm already getting so much grenade energy with all the other components of the build, so I'm going to leverage Heating Up to help me chain kills, which I do a lot in this gameplay. But feel free to use a BXR with Adrenaline Junkie and Demolitionist. I've done that with this build as well. It works just fine. I actually think the Jurassic Green is a better pulse rifle than the BXR. I think the BXR has a really impressive perk pool, but in my opinion, BXR is like upper B tier, low A tier at best. I don't think it is a top tier pulse rifle, and I know a lot of people think that a lot of people put it in the S tier. I don't. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. You can also keep an eye out for an Adrenaline Junkie Shire's Wrath or a Legal Action, since it works great on those as well, or even a Grid Skipper, which is also a rapid fire frame pulse rifle. Okay, let's talk about the Adrenaline Junkie buff. Anytime you get a kill with it, it's going to start ramping up your damage just like Swashbuckler. It's basically like a Rampage perk. It's going to make my rapid fire frame pulse rifle go from 24 to the head, and then you get a stack of the buff to 26, and then to 27, and then to 29 to the head, and finally 32 damage to the head per bullet at 5 stacks. So 32 damage to the head means 96 damage per burst, which means you're going to be two bursting just about everyone with max stacks. It's huge damage for a rapid fire pulse, basically a kill in half a second TTK. It's nuts. But just like Swashbuckler, you can go straight to 5 stacks when you get a grenade kill. And you can refresh the buff whenever you get a kill with the weapon within 4.5 seconds of getting the buff. There are clips in here where I'm chaining that buff, for kill after kill after kill after kill for big multi-kills. I absolutely love it. Two things I want to address that people are going to rush to the comments section to talk about. First, people will literally say this anytime I highlight a weapon or a build. People are going to say, yeah, but this build would suck in trials. Or they'll say this would be a useless build on PC. Let me just say, I went flawless on PC with this build while doing a carry on my first try this weekend. Yes, we matched tons of DMTs and all that crap. This build did great. In fact, some of the trials clips you'll see in this gameplay are in PC lobbies. This build was actually really useful in trials. People play close to cover and they hug corners, which makes my trip mine build really effective in trials. And a lot of times I'm getting that initial pick with the trip mine as I exchange a burst of fire with an enemy and they break for cover and I throw that trip mine, I get the kill. Now I can 2 burst to help capitalize on that kill, and I did it a ton. So yes, this build is exceptional in trials, even though it's double primary. We got everyone to the lighthouse, got everyone flawless that we helped out this week for our carry stream. So yeah, this build is great. I used this build the whole time. The next thing people will inevitably say is that this is worse than Desperado. I think that's weak criticism for several reasons. First of all, Desperado is unique to the messenger right now, right? Yes, it can come with a broadsword. No one's using a broadsword. It's sunset. It's not going to be... I can't tell you the last time I even saw a claymore or a broadsword, which this perk originally came on way back in the day. So now you basically only ever see it on a messenger. So if you're using Desperado, then that means you're locked in to having a kinetic primary, which limits your options. It's comparing apples to oranges at that point. But other than that, Desperado obviously requires a headshot kill and a reload in order to activate it. That means you have to stand toe-to-toe with someone and win a duel, and then get a reload off before you can start getting the benefits of Desperado. In trials, often people are playing really close to cover, and just taking a shot here and a shot there as they move in and out of cover. With Adrenaline Junkie, you're approaching things entirely differently. You don't have to stand toe-to-toe and win a primary duel with people ducking, and dodging in and out of cover. Almost all these trip mine kills in the gameplay are either set it and forget it trip mines, where I set it, leave it, and then force an enemy back to it and they run into it. Or I toss the grenade from the safety of cover and it kills someone without me having to expose myself. So then I'm able to run out with the buff ready to go with full health. And you see a lot of that in the gameplay. It's completely different than Desperado and revolves around a completely different playstyle. If you have a grenade-centric build up and running, Adrenaline Junkie just makes sense. It's just a no-brainer for me. So there it is. I don't want to drag the video out for too long. I want to honor your time, but I've been having so much fun with this build. I put about 700 kills on this Jurassic Green with this build in the past few days, and I'm having a blast. It's highly effective and is a dynamic and interactive build that shakes up the boring same old, right? So I hope you enjoyed the video and the gameplay. Please feel free to drop a like on the video if you did. Subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.